Thank you, Chairman Scott, Ranking Member Thompson. Soshi, great to see you again. Congratulations, Madam Undersecretary. I look forward to working with you. I'm glad we're here talking about this issue. However, I do think a timelier and more appropriate title for this hearing would be the energy crisis every family in America is experiencing because of the Biden administration's misguided inflationary energy policies. I appreciate the opportunity, though, to discuss energy policies with all of you. Gas 2 years ago was $1.97 on average. Now it's $4.17. That's an increase of over 100%. This is proof that our USDA energy programs are more important now than ever, but also proof that this administration, I don't believe, is utilizing them well enough. As ag input costs continue to rise, prices at the pump continue to rise, and inflation continues to decimate rural America, I'm disappointed that once again we aren't discussing the issues that matter most right now to our producers and our families right here in this committee. We need to do better. This administration promised our ethanol and biofuels producers the world during the campaign and has failed on every single point, and in turn gas prices continue to soar and our farmers are left behind. Last week I sent a letter with several of my colleagues on this committee asking the Biden administration to prioritize domestic energy production, including making permanent year-round E15. And again, we asked the president to simply uphold the law and reverse its course on the proposed cuts to the RVOs, the renewable volume obligations. To make matters worse, funding from the CARES Act, which was enacted over 2 years ago, included funds to provide pandemic-related economic relief to ag producers of all types. In December of 2020, the omnibus extended explicit authority to the department to provide this relief to biofuels producers. In December of 2021, a year into the Biden administration, the department finally announced a $700 million biofuel producer program to provide economic relief to our producers to restore renewable fuel markets affected by the pandemic. And yet, amid what I would consider a fuel crisis on top of an inflation crisis, the producers who can help decrease our fuel costs immediately are still being left behind and have yet to see any of these funds as we in Congress have directed. I don't understand why this administration has such an aversion to rural America, especially given the rising gas prices related to the ongoing conflict in Russia and the ban on oil imports, on top of existing and a misaligned ban on drilling in the United States. But regardless, Madam Undersecretary, my question is, why have our biofuels producers still not seen any of these funds?
Congressman Davis, I deeply appreciate your focus on rural America and your shared belief that USDA has a vital role in making sure that we are addressing these challenges, from the increased cost at the pump to supporting local markets in biofuels. I'm eager to make sure that we are delivering those $700 million, recognizing that the application closed in February, and so we'll be focused on getting them out early spring or late spring or early summer. Look forward to keeping in touch with your office to make sure that you receive up-to-date information on that. In addition, as we look at what the investments are to take on the challenges recovering from COVID-19, it's also about making sure that, as you mentioned, that fuel is more accessible across the country. And rural development's opportunity there really is the HBIP program, making sure that we have the technology on the ground to get out that higher blend of biofuels. And so we're also proud to have invested $100 million in the HBIP program, and that will be happening in the spring, the applications for that. To speak a little bit more about the biofuels program and the emphasis there, I defer to Administrator Neal.
Yeah, this is an important issue, so I really appreciate the question and your interest in this important work. We are excited about the opportunity and really welcome the opportunity to help people have choices at the pump, to help supplement the current fuel with all kinds of things, additional kinds of activities like biodiesel, like ethanol, through the programs that we just heard the Undersecretary talk about, the Biofuel Producer Program, the HBIP program, which is going to provide the infrastructure that's necessary. These are the kinds of things that help make sure that our energy stream is reliable, that it's affordable, that it's clean. that is accessible to people. And so that is really the work that we're doing through these programs. We look forward to opening these programs, to making the announcements very soon for the Biofuel Producer Program, and to opening the Infrastructure Incentive Program as well.
Well, I certainly look forward to those announcements. You can sense my frustration, the frustration of a lot of rural Americans, but I do support rural development, and I really look forward to working with both of you and seeing those announcements soon. Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you.